In studio, joining us in Studio B, honestly, one of the best dressed guys around. I was wondering if you were gonna have the rims today.
No rims
You're
today.
one of the guys
Rimless,
that can
no
rock
rims.
the rims.
Yeah, you can.
No rims. No, it's contacts today.
Terry
You
Nashif.
actually inspired me, man. So I have, good eyes, and I don't have to. That sounded bad, but I don't need contacts or glasses. But every time that I've been on with you, you've had them on, man, and you've inspired me to buy some. And really, for this upcoming season, for Countdown to Kickoff, I'm gonna wear some.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah. The guy's been giving me some tough times. David Nixon, Uncle B's always on my side, but with the glasses, I'm just gonna feel more smart, man.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You have to at least look smart, right? That's my philosophy. At least look smart.
At least, yeah.
Or smarter.
Yeah,
right.
smarter. Well, Coach Nashif, how has your off season been? Do you guys even have off seasons anymore?
Yeah,
It's been hectic. It's been good. It's been a lot of different things, but April's a heavy recruiting period for us. May is typically a time where you've got recruits coming in and doing those things. June's camp, and then July we're gone a lot. So.
Okay. So when you're gone, are you out recruiting, or are you just? So I know with football, there's a period where they have a break and they're off, and sometimes coaches go to Hawaii or do anything like that. Is that anything? Do you see anything like that coming up for you guys? You guys have that
May's a good
opportunity?
month for us. I was able to do a family trip in May, and then August is another good month. Last year we went on a foreign trip, and so we kind of lost out on August. It was a great trip, but we practicing and doing those things. But those are kind of the two best months for us as far as a little time off.
How much actual vacation time do you guys take? Because I know a lot of times you'll have some time, but just as coaches, it's just in your nature just to keep working. How much time do you actually take?
You'll have to ask my wife about that. But I feel like I'm always working. I'm always on and always doing something. You feel like if you're not, you're going to get behind. And, you have to stay in contact with these recruits and these kids. And you have to stay on top of what's going on. This practice facility with all the different things, our schedule with our players, with equipment, with all the different aspects and areas that I work with. You just have to stay up on it. If I get behind it, I don't sleep. It's not fun.
Coach, I'm a marketing guy at heart. That's one of my other passions. And just the landscape of technology has really changed. Just a lot of ways that we interact with people. Has that been a positive, or has it made an impact with recruiting, being able to use certain social media platforms?
Well, I remember we couldn't even text these kids, right? We couldn't even text them, and then now there's
Couldn't
so
even
many
say their
things.
name
Yeah,
at
then
first.
there's so many different things you can do now, and one thing that's nice is you used to have to call them on the phone and get them, and then you have to, are they okay to talk right then? Are they not? It's not like you can shoot them a text and say, hey, do you have a minute? You just have to cold call them, and so that's all changed now. You can shoot them a text, or you can get direct message them on Twitter, and then they can get back to you, and then that's kind of how you know how quick they get back to you is how close you are, because
you stand,
you know they're getting back to somebody quick, and sometimes they're getting back to you quick, and sometimes the time is delayed a little bit, and so that's one way that we can kind of gauge where everything's at with our recruiting process.
Well, I know right now is a dead period in terms of contact. You can't have any contact with the players, but I know that's going to change coming up very soon. What do the next couple of weeks look like, not only for you guys but the players, now that I guess Monday you can actually start meeting with them? Is that correct?
Well, once school starts, then we get 8 hours a week with them, 2 hours on the court, and then we'll get 6 hours conditioning and in the weight room with them. And so we're excited. We've got just about everybody coming back. They're all back from their missions. They're all kind of putting the pieces together, and they're all going to be coming in this weekend, actually. And then Monday we'll start, we'll meet, and we'll get going. So
Coach, I love you as a basketball coach and what you do, but basketball as a sport is slowly inching its way into my heart. But I've heard just a lot of buzz and just excitement just throughout the community. How do you guys plan to handle the expectations moving into the season?
I think we embrace them. I mean, it's awesome to hear about what people are saying. People are talking about basketball. They're talking about our team. They're talking about our players. They know our guys. They know who's coming in. They watch them in high school. A lot of people, including us, have been waiting for these kids to come back.
Yeah.
You put together a recruiting class, and then you have to wait for so long for it all to come together. And so we're excited. We're thrilled. We want to embrace all of the hype. We want to Coach is maybe the biggest hype machine of all. He goes into these meetings, and we want to win every game. That's our plan. That's what we're trying to do. Right. And we understand the challenges. It's such a young team. I think when you talk about this group and this recruiting class and everything, you're excited about a couple years down the road when they've had some experience and when they've been seasoned and they've been in every situation you can imagine. But it's getting there that's going to be great, and we're excited about that.
That's interesting as far as the experience that they have or lack of experience. But as a coach, and I say this as a player, I would almost rather have everybody that's a starter or most of the people that are starting to be freshmen, because I know that in 4 years in time, I'm going to have this elite squad if everybody can make it, stay healthy, etc. But what's your take as a coach? Would you rather have a mix, or would you rather have more guys that are seniors? I mean, give me your
one of Coach Rose's things when he took over, our roster was very unbalanced, and it was a big deal. I guess it's been 10, 11, 12 years. It's been quite a while, but he wanted to make sure that our roster was balanced. It's a little bit unbalanced now, but we feel like we're really talented.
Yeah.
And so we really like leadership. I think there's something magic and special about seniors.
Oh, yeah.
And obviously we have KD as a senior, but if you can have that leadership, then that really helps you along the way. What's tremendous is if you've got a young group of guys and you're still winning games.
Yeah.
That's the best way to gain experience, is to gain experience while winning.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what Coach wants to do. So.
Realizing I'm asking you this question on June 16th, what do you and the rest of the coaches want the identity of this upcoming season's team to be?
The identity?
Yeah, what do you want the strengths and identity of this team to be this season?
I think it's probably similar to every year that Coach puts a group of guys on the floor. We want them to be competitive. We want them to compete every possession. We want them to be tough. And we want them to be a team. We want them to be together. We want everybody to give a little bit of themselves for the team, for the betterment of the team. And that is what Coach wants every time. I was at his initial press conference, and he said we need to find the heart of the team, the winners, and then we need to build around it, and that's what he wants every single year. And we've got a meeting on Monday morning at 7 a.m., and that's when that starts.
Hey, I missed that, man.
You're ready to go. You want to come.
I am.
He's ready to play.
You saw me, man. You smirking and smiling at me. I'm ready to go to play intramurals or something.
Hey, we love having
church
Terry
ball.
on the show, but there's an added reason why it's even more important today. 5'9" and under club.
Oh, yeah.
That's exactly
Nate
right.
said
That's
5'9"
exactly
like
right.
3/4, but we're going to say 5'9" and under.
5'9's great.
Yeah.
5'9's great.
It's beautiful.
It is.
Men's assistant coach Terry Nashif. Terry, thank you for the time as always. Appreciate you coming in, hanging out with us.
It's great to be here. It's nice when you guys bring in the heavy hitters for me to
the
come
big
in.
guns.
Yeah, the big guns.